Don't hurt me. I'll be your friend. Spoiler alert, I am going to talk about the deleted scenes or the extra scenes in this review. So if you haven't seen the extended cut yet, don't watch unless you've seen them randomly. I don't know. But I'm going to talk about those mainly and see how much it helped the story and all that stuff. Okay? Okay. What's happening, film nerds? David the Film Junkie here, bringing you a film review of Suicide Squad, the extended cut. Not the ultimate edition, not the ultimate cut, because it's only 11 minutes, 13 give or take, whatever it is. Sadly, it's not longer, and it probably could be longer because there's still scenes that we do not have in this movie, but there are some extended scenes, and there's some added scenes that we didn't see in the theatrical cut that I thought were pretty fantastic. Let's first talk about that special little cameo that was cut out of the movie. David Ayer was in the fucking movie. Why did they cut him out of the movie? It's his movie. I don't know. I didn't even notice it was him at first, and I remember reading somewhere like there's a special cameo, but I didn't think it was going to be Ayer, and I think this should be a tradition in the DCEU movies, actually in all comic book movies. Every director, make a cameo in your goddamn movie. Let's do this. Zack Snyder was in Batman vs Superman. Yeah. But yeah, I was in the scene where they were gonna introduce Killer Croc and the guards were above the sewer and stuff like that, and he was right there, and I was like, cool. And then speaking of Killer Croc, how about him throwing up on the helicopter? I saw some people post on my Twitter like, oh my god, I didn't want to see that, it's gross. But I'm going, that's Croc! We got a lot more of Croc too. We got a lot more of the broken dynamic of the group, which is what I was like really enjoying about this extended cut, and I wish there was more of it because you really had some scenes. I mean, my favorite scene of the whole movie was the bar scene where they're all just talking about everything and just kind of just giving up and just, I don't know, the chemistry and everything and just talking about their shit. It's just, that was like my favorite scene of the whole movie, and it still is, and it's extended in this one. You see stuff that we saw in the trailer that wasn't in the theatrical cut, and I'm going, don't cut this stuff out. This is the stuff that makes the movie special. The extended scenes and the deleted scenes don't really help the story out because it's still the same story that's kind of weak and just like the same routine shit, but it does help with the characters, and that's what I was actually more looking forward to, because there's like, when they first hit Midway City, you see extended scenes, you see like Captain Boomerang starting to talk to everybody about, you know, getting away, getting free, and he actually walks up to Croc, and Croc just punches him into like a wall or into some garbage, and I'm like, yes. And then to add to it, we have Harley just like fucking with everybody, trying to get in people's heads. She even asks Croc, like, why do you eat people? And he goes, just to absorb their power. And she asks, well, would you eat me? Which you could take that explicitly if you like. He says no because he doesn't want her crazy, and then she just starts kind of fucking with everybody, and then she starts trying to fuck with Katana, saying like, oh, you're probably an only child, you have daddy issues, and you're hiding behind a mask, and Katana just removes a mask and says like, I'm not hiding behind anything. I just love shit like that. You see more Flag and Deadshot butting heads, and then it kind of comes around like full circle because, you know, through the whole time, Deadshot does not trust Flag worth a shit. But at the very end, when they're walking through the subway, there's an extended scene where Flag talks about falling in love with June. He thought love was ridiculous. He actually had a really good line, and I totally forgot what it is. But then Deadshot goes, you know, whatever happens, I got your back. Shit like that. Coming full circle. Why do you delete stuff like that? You should not delete little tidbits like that. You see more Captain Boomerang being Captain Boomerang. There's just a lot of shit that was just added to it that I thought helped the characters better, not so much the story, but the characters. Now let's talk about some of that Jokerness. Now, yes, we don't get as much Joker as we would hope in this extended cut. We don't get the famous toys line. I can't wait to show you my toys. You don't get to see him with when his face is kind of charred and he's got like a grenade and he goes, bye-bye. You don't see that either, and that was pretty disappointing. It just kind of shows you that there's probably like a 3-hour cut out there that's rated R maybe, and we're never gonna see it. It's fine. But of course that scene where she chases him down in the Joker car, they're walking, she sees a motorcycle, and then of course she has a flashback, which was kind of like a running theme throughout the whole movie. In the theatrical cut, you really saw it only once. This time you see it more, and I'm going, that's good. That scene right there really made me more excited for Jared Leto's Joker. I mean, the opening line I had for this video, she's holding a gun to his head, and he's just smiling, and he goes, don't hurt me. I'll be your friend. And the way he says it, I'm going, oh, man. He didn't have enough time. He did not have enough time to bloom. I really hope Affleck and Johns go, okay, we need to utilize this guy. We need to show his Joker. We just really need to give people something special. I think if the Batman movie is going to be something special, they got to have Leto in there. There's got to be some intense moments and some more Joker-like moments, because there was just some things in there, some of the lines that he said, even like the extended part where he's fucking with her when he's breaking out of Arkham and he's about to zap her brain. There's like, he has some extended lines right there, and I'm going, these lines are brilliant. So that's pretty much it, guys. I mean, I was just going to talk about some of those extended scenes. I know I didn't go into great detail because sometimes my mind, it's late and my mind's kind of blah, but I wanted to talk about those major scenes. The ultimate cut does not help the full-on story. Like, it's still the same. Enchantress doing her little fucking freak dance. End of the world, laser in the sky, shit. Yeah, I still wish it was like something a little more like contained, not so world domination kind of shit. But the little extended scenes and the added scenes that really showed more of the characters and their broken dynamic really made it better. It did make it better, and I really hope with the sequel, if they are in fact going to do a sequel, they really tackle that more. Like, yes, you can have the action sequences, you can have all that shit, the blowing up and blah, this, that, and meh. But let's have that dynamic that they have. I mean, of course, they're going to be closer now, but let's still have it where they're still kind of fucking with each other. They're still all fucked in the head because they're bad guys. They're bad guys. And it made me more excited for Jared Leto's Joker. So if you haven't seen it, I do suggest watching it. I mean, if I watch Suicide Squad, it'll only be the ultimate cut or the extended cut, whatever the fuck it is. Let me know down below if you saw it and what you thought about it, what made it better for you, or if it made it worse for you. Let me know down below. I mean, it wasn't Batman vs Superman better. I mean, that movie with that half an hour, just everything squeezed in, it just felt like all the missing pieces of that story fit perfectly with that extra half an hour. This one was just like, oh, added bonus. Oh yeah, that's a little better. It didn't really help the story. It just helped the characters, which I already loved. So there you have it, guys. That is my review of Suicide Squad, the extended cut. Let me know everything down below, guys. Have a chat. Let's talk about it. Also, visit filmjunkie.com, of course, like that. Subscribe to my channel. Got the social medias and everything like that, guys. I'll talk to you later. Yeah. I don't got anything else to say. Get out of here.